Welcome back to Marcus at Work Media. So first and foremost, happy belated birthday to Dot, celebrating his birthday in Hershey, PA with the SZA and Kendrick concert that touched down in the PA.
We've been hurt, been down before, and our power is low. Looking like the world, like where do we go? And I hit pop when the kid is down in the street for sure. I'm in the pizza store, my knees get weak, my gun like Bobo, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Now the PA did not disappoint. They was ready and anticipating the hype. They were ready and anticipating a great time with Kendrick and SZA, and boy, did they have a good time. Now, although everything got started, people actually did have a good time as they would expect, but the rain was a factor. People got their tickets and didn't anticipate the sudden weather shift.
I just bought my Kendrick and SZA ticket.
Now, if we know anything about Kendrick and SZA from any other stops that they've had, we know that they don't care nothing about no rain. So the show went on as scheduled. SZA was doing her set as normal in the rain, dancers, K-Dot, all of that. People were singing along with every part of the song. They did some DNA, they did Humble, SZA did the Control song, so on and so forth, man. It was a great time. PA got love for K-Dot. PA got love for K-Dot and SZA, man. Now, even though the rain got in the way, the traffic was quite a doozy as well. You can imagine. You gotta put that TV off in there, mustard. Gotta do his line. You know, he came out on stage, you know, the crowd did their thing. I always like when they're doing the TV off and the dancers are running in the circle and then they all come out doing their thing. Man, that's dope.
I need y'all to make some noise for SZA right now. Y'all feeling good? I think we got some energy in the room. I think we got some love in the room right now.
I feel it. It's that word.
SZA, we got some love in the building.
I really love someone. I feel a lot of love.
Come on.
Give me a run for my money.
What we doing? Louder.
Of course, all of the stars with the fantastic light show that's backing it up. They got on the platform as normal with all the stars. Now, the fact that they got on that platform and elevated that in the rain, or even if the rain settled and they still did that, man, that's dedication to the craft, man. I'm glad that they have the crew that they have, that they took all the precautions to make sure the show went off without a hitch, even in the rain, which looks the way it's supposed to. But if you ever coordinated a concert, there's a million things that can go wrong. And we have a review of a young lady that went to the Kendrick concert and she enjoyed herself. She's a fan of Kendrick and SZA, both together and separately. However, she had a couple things that she wasn't quite for sure how she feels about it, considering she'd never been to a concert where there's two headlining acts. She enjoyed the show, but had a couple things to say.
I just got back from the Grand National Tour. I'll start with the only really negative thing I have to say about the show. I'm not sure I'm fully a fan of a joint headlining tour. This was my first time going to a concert with two headliners. I personally am a fan of both Kendrick and SZA, but at least where I was standing, it was very clear that most people were either a fan of one or the other. My perspective, at least with the people around me, it never felt like the crowd's energy was 100%. Some people were only caring about Kendrick, and some people were only caring about SZA. Really the only times when the whole crowd was up and singing for things was songs with Kendrick and SZA together. I was also around a lot of people So that kind of affected it too, but we'll move past that. Overall, love the show. If you weren't able to go to the show and have seen videos of it circling around, those videos do not do the show justice. It's really hard to explain, but like the visuals, you just have to see it live. There were so many times where I just had to stand still and just watch so intensely of everything. It was so much to look at. I had to focus. I couldn't even like dance and sing because I just needed to watch everything. One of my favorite moments was in 30 for 30. Most of Kendrick's sections, all of his visuals and what's shown on the screen is in black and white. In the beginning of 30 for 30, the screens are black and white, but when SZA comes up on the car and it's like covered in greenery, it's so vivid how colorful that part is compared to the screens. It was just so beautiful. I loved it. My other favorite moment was when Kendrick performed Man at the Garden. Oh my God, those visuals were so moving. How he was sitting on the car, but the screens, like at first it was really small, but it looked like the car was driving somewhere, and then it kept getting really intense, and then the screens grew. Oh my God. I didn't record it because I literally just had to watch it by myself. It was so beautiful. And as a professional dancer myself, I always have to give a shout out to the backup dancers on tours. Love the choreography. With how extravagant the visuals on the screens were, I feel like it didn't showcase the dancers a lot on the cameras, which disappoints me because I love to watch the dancers, but I understand they're not the focus of the show. But it always cracks me up the things that dancers have to do in our profession, because why would SZA make those people be on stilts as praying mantises? Like, what? But yeah, seeing them just as bugs was very funny to me, but like I understand her vision since she's all in her nature era. Those were all my initial thoughts of the show. I would love eventually if they did a pro shot of this tour, because I definitely would love to see it in more detail, because I just love analyzing these kind of things. So if you also went to the Grand National Tour, I would love to hear your thoughts. What were your favorite moments? How do you feel about a co-headlining tour? Let me know.
Now, what's the capacity over there at Hersheypark? Now, according to Google, Hersheypark got a capacity of 15,641 people for sporting events, and the concert has a capacity of 30,000 people with additional space in the festival parking. Okay, so let's say about 30,000. 30,000 people, still a good little concert. We're normally used to doing that 50,000 and above, but 30,000 is still good, respectable numbers. Now, SZA did have the pop-up show, and in the pop-up show, they thought it may have been canceled because of the rain, but they did follow through and did have the Not Beauty pop-up show. Here's a little bit of that. All in all, a good concert, another sold-out event. Shout out to K. Dot. Happy belated birthday again. Until the next date, we're now moving out of the country for the next date. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Marcus at Work, a media, and I'm out this bitch.